Hi everyone, welcome back again. Welcome back to all of us. I feel like it's been forever since I filmed, which, I mean, it's been a while, a couple weeks now. I missed my last weekend's upload, which feels weird. Didn't like that, but I felt horrible. You might have seen on my Instagram stories, or I posted here on YouTube in the little community tab as well, that I was feeling like human garbage after we got back home to Amsterdam from Vancouver. And all I can chalk it up to is extreme jet lag. But here I am back from the dead, or what it feels like back from the dead. I feel in the last like 2 days like a normal person again, which is crazy because we've been home like 9 days now. And I'm only just in the last few feeling, ooh, like a normal person again. So for today, I thought since I needed to do the brows, I actually did them like a day after we got home in my delirium and my stupor, trying to get my eyebrows tinted because I didn't have any of this in Vancouver with me. But it didn't really hold that well. I think I didn't make the mixture very well, didn't leave it all long enough. My mind was gone, so I'm gonna do that again, just make them a little bit more defined. I haven't got any product in them at the moment, but I just want them to be a little bit darker. While I do that, I'm gonna chat about a few different things, and then we're gonna go downstairs and I'll show you, unpack with me, basically. There's something really wrong when I've been home for going on 2 weeks and I haven't touched my suitcases. That's not me at all. Normally I would unpack like the day we get home. I just like to get myself sorted and organized, feet back on the ground. I mean, I've done some laundry, mostly Ken's laundry because he's unpacked, but my suitcases are just sitting there wide open, all messed up because I'm pulling boots and whatnot out of them for over the last week, but have yet to unpack. So I'll show you what I brought home, this home, second home, home from Vancouver. That's what I'm planning for today. I have a delivery showing up at some point, which is an ASOS package, but I think I'm gonna throw that into a different video because I have a few thrift items I can show you, and I'm gonna open those ASOS packages on camera, but it's just gonna be too much for one video. Might be a bonus video because I don't know, I feel weird about missing that one video. I feel like I've got to throw something else in there. But for now, I'm going to start with my eyebrows and just talk about a few random things. It's gonna be chatty, grab a coffee. Yeah, get comfortable. If you're curious what I'm doing, this isn't going to be anything to do with the brows. It's just something for me to do while I chat, keep my hands busy. Detail, step by step, little tips and tricks about how I use this product and all the details of it. I do have a full video, a fairly quick video, jam-packed with information and step-by-step walkthrough of exactly how I use this. So how has everyone else been? As I mentioned, I have not been doing great. The jet lag, I mean, I always have suffered with jet lag. My mom is the type of person where she can land anywhere in the world and her body just automatically adjusts to that time zone. Ken's much more like that too. Like he can just, I mean, he can sleep standing up basically. I have a hard time sleeping in my own bed. He adjusted fairly well. I mean, a few days in he was feeling not his best, but overall a lot better than me. I was okay actually the first couple days. You know what, I didn't sleep during the day, couldn't sleep at night, but that's pretty normal for my jet lag. Like I mentioned in my video when I got home to Vancouver, I think I vlogged like the day after we got home, I get really shaky and flu-like and just not feeling good. But eventually that fades off. I would say like by day 7 I'm feeling better-ish, well enough to function. But this, I don't know. This one, I'm just mixing up my brow gel here if you're wondering why I'm looking down. Just could not shake it. I maybe had a little bit of something happening, like a sickness of some sort as well. I could feel a little tickle in my chest. I kept thinking, oh, I must feel this bad because a flu is developing. And every day I woke up feeling not flu-like, just like a tickle in my chest. And I mean, it's good. It never developed into anything, but holy smokes. I literally couldn't sleep at night. I would sleep for maybe an hour and a half in the night, wide awake by 3 in the morning every single day, even earlier sometimes. Wiggling around in the bed, like couldn't get comfortable, couldn't even try to rest or close my eyes. And then during the day, I'd be fine in the morning, but then by like 10, 11, could not keep my eyes open. Like I literally felt like I had taken sleeping pills in the middle of the day. My eyes couldn't stay open. I'd have to just walk around, go outside for a walk, just to like keep my eyes open for a little while. I had to nap every single day for like 2 hours in the afternoon. And I'm not a napper. I never nap. I usually feel way worse when I nap, so I never do. My body was refusing. So it was a rough few days. Oh, and to top it all off, they're doing even more construction right now, both on the building beside us. So they've got a little workstation set up like on the front street where they're chopping wood, and they've got their saw out there, and so that's going, at least that is happening on like normal hours. But the building in the back is being completely, how they described it to me was that the building's leaking and absorbing liquid basically. So whenever it rains, it comes through. So they have to completely resurface the whole building, and it's a huge building, huge. So they started this project like in the summer. They had noise complaints from our neighbor on the lowest floor because it's really ugly back there to begin with. They completely covered the building in all this netting and scaffolding and whatnot. And also they were just working at odd hours and being really loud, basically hammering at things all day long. And so the owner of the building actually came by, brought us his card and a huge bouquet of flowers, really beautiful bouquet, and said, "I'm so sorry, like we didn't realize it was causing quite the disturbance that it was, but your neighbor notified us and said that he was angry about it. We're gonna try to keep it down, yada yada." And I said, "Oh, no problem," like it wasn't really bothering me much at that time. And I asked him, "How long do you think this is gonna keep up for?" And he was like, "Oh," he like clearly didn't really, whoa, I look crazy, didn't really want to tell me the exact timeline, but he was like, "I think it's gonna be a good few months before we're finished here." And I was like, "A few months? Oh my God, all this banging and racket for months?" And he was like, "I'm so sorry," but he was like the cutest guy ever, very apologetic. So I was able to brush it off, and generally it didn't bother me until we got back home and I couldn't sleep. But especially since we got home, I've noticed that they are doing this drilling right outside our bedroom window. Like literally my bed is here, the glass for our French door window is right here, and then probably like 20 feet away is where they're drilling, loud drilling right next to our bedroom window, and they start like hours before the sun even comes up. They bring all these lights in, set them all up all over the place. Like even yesterday I heard them yelling, "Let there be light, turn the lights on, man, turn the lights on." And I'm sitting there trying to sleep. I was so tempted to hang my head out the window and be like, "What are you doing?" You realize there are people sleeping right here. Like I'm kind of surprised actually that our neighbors on the lower floor haven't said anything again, because it's ridiculous. And like I said, Ken can sleep like a rock. Like not much phases this guy, nothing. And he actually woke up this morning. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" The sun, there's not even a sign of the sun coming up yet. They've got their lights blasting, yelling and screaming to each other from across the way, drilling. Today was actually the first day they haven't done it all day, so I'm glad I'm filming today. Normally it goes all day long too, like straight into the evening. Man, I think if it happens again tomorrow, we're gonna have to just lean our heads out the window and be like, "Look, you guys, who's in charge of this? We need to talk to somebody here. This is ridiculous." Like at the very least, stop screaming at each other from across the way. I mean, if I was still nursing and I was doing night shifts and I had to come home and sleep, there's no way I'd be able to sleep. I would have been on this long ago, but because I'm kind of doing my own thing right now, it's not like critical that I get a normal amount of sleep, but it's still bothersome and it drives me nuts. That's my rant about that. I have got myself onto a more regular sleeping pattern now. I eventually got myself onto a melatonin schedule, so I'm using a melatonin spray at night. Yeah, and that seems to be working well. It's kind of built up in my system a little bit now. I think I'm on the mend. I look super crazy right now. Anyways, they're on. I'm gonna let them set for a few minutes. So yes, overall, it is great to be back in Amsterdam. We really, truly love living here. It's honestly the best. Vancouver is always #1 for us. That's home, but we were actually, when we were at home, we were both saying leading up to when we were leaving, because we were at home for like, I was there for about 5 weeks. We were both saying that we were actually super excited to get back here. Not that we wanted to leave home, but we were just really excited to get back to Amsterdam. It's just the cutest place to be and live. So the only thing that I don't like about living here, probably literally the only thing I don't like about living here, is that my hair hates the water here. My hair, I felt like I had a new head of hair when we were back home. I got another one of these. in the mail today, so I'll be using this again. But my hair just felt so good when we were at home. It's just nice, smooth, shiny, silky, not brassy and yellow looking. Held a curl like a dream. But now that we're back here, my first wash actually back home was okay. Second wash, that was just yesterday, I guess. I doused myself in vinegar, but I guess because it just starts to build up after that second wash. Back to the gross feeling hair. Oh, to say I was annoyed when I got out of the shower yesterday is an understatement. I was like, why? I put like so much vinegar into my hair. I let it sit, soak in. I actually filled another water bottle full of filtered water, so I don't let the shower water hit my head. Basically, I do a regular shampoo, quickly rinse it in the under the shower head. I don't let the water after that touch my head. So I don't know how it's building up so quickly. My hair is just super fine, I guess, and it just wants to hold on to those minerals. Just sticky and gluey, and it feels horrible. Enough about that. The struggles continue with the hair. Anyways, have you guys been watching The Bachelor this season? I don't know if I'm just getting really old or what the issue is. I've always really liked the show. It does kind of like drive me a little bit nuts. And I think that is partly because I'm getting older and it seems like the cast is getting younger, but I think I'm just getting old. But a lot of them are hard to take. I kind of feel bad saying that, but they just seem so young. At 21, you don't really need to be getting married. I can understand that you want to be out there and dating and find your one, but like they just seem like the world's going to end if they don't get married by the time they're 22. I don't know, maybe I just grew up a little bit differently, but at 22, there's no mad rush. Let's just say that. But the whole Hannah Brown thing was something, it kept me angry for like a good week when she first showed up and she did her whole big spiel with Peter. I was like, what the heck? Get out of here. You had your chance. He was your number 3. You can't go flushing through all these other guys and then go running to your number 3 and think he's just gonna, you know, open arms. I don't know. I was really mad about that. I don't think they should have even let that happen, really. But I mean, I can understand her kind of what she's going through and everything. That would be really hard to be in the public eye like that, to be dating all those people and be going through number 1, dump him, go back to number 2. Obviously that didn't work out. And then to be going to number 3. I mean, it's not a good look. But I was just mad at the fact that she was kind of tainting his experience and ruining his opportunity for this. Now the other girls are mad at him, and he just seems like such a nice guy too that he would reconsider taking her back. But I don't know what person would want to be a number 3 in anyone's world. Spoiler alert. I was so thankful when he did send her back home and said, I can't do this, because when they left that hanging on that one episode, I was mad for like a week. I was like, they can't let that happen. No. You gotta send her home. They can both go their separate ways. He can hopefully find love on the show, and it's not going to be Hannah Brown. I'm sorry, Hannah, but you can't do that. But I have to say, Peter, I've always been rooting for Peter. Even when he was on her show, he was always, even from the very beginning, one of my favorites. He just seems so adorable and sweet. I'm happy that he's got his own show. I'm hoping he's going to find his love. Although, I mean, how many good options are there on the show right now? Not that many. A handful, but there's still a lot of duds in the group. Am I being too mean? I don't feel like I'm being that mean. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Do I sound like an old grouch? I'm the old fart watching that's grumpy about the cute girls in their bikini. I'm just gonna finish filling in the little gaps where my hair is a bit thin. There's enough color on the hair now, I think. As I get older, the hairs gets more and more sparse, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more where needed. Distant cousins, definitely not twins or sisters, but that's all right. Does the trick. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my mess. Let's see, can you? Oh yeah. I'm gonna clean up my mess. We'll head downstairs and I'll show you what I brought from home. Okay, so this is what we are dealing with here. It looks like an absolute mess. And if you've been following me for a little while, you know that this is not in my nature. I like things in their place, organized, unpacked, neatly folded away. I'm gonna sit you down on the floor here, and I'm just gonna show you what I brought from home and get it all back where it should be. Nope. Okay, hopefully this is gonna work. I'm trying to get used to this camera again. That's good enough. So, suitcase. Let's unpack it. I did take out quite a few things already, haven't I? I actually did forget a few things because I think I was in denial that we were leaving. So I packed last minute and just started throwing things together, and this is what I ended up with. Now that we're home, I'm thinking probably should have packed that, but didn't even look in that drawer, so yep. Bit of a mess. So I actually wore this in a lookbook video I did probably a couple of years ago now, but I actually really liked that video. Not so much how I styled this one. I think this was the last outfit that I did, the worst outfit. Not how I would wear this sweater now, but I still really like it. Love the colors of it. You guys saw this in my most recent, I believe, thrift haul. My salmon pink colored oversized suit that I got from a thrift shop back home. I did end up packing the jacket. So many of you guys, including my mother, insisted that I pack it with me. Said it looked good on me. So I'm gonna give it another go. I'm not convinced, but I definitely love the pants, and it kind of just felt like sacrilege to separate the two of them. So they're both here with me. Two things that I packed with me thinking I was gonna leave at home that I ended up bringing back with me was the pink gingham dress. I looked at a photo from over the summer and I just couldn't part with it. And this deep V blue dress. This is actually quite old. I got this a couple summers ago, but it's quite cute. Really deep V in the front for the itty bitty, you know, chesticle committee. And it's a long midi length dress. So when it came down to unpacking that one on the other side of the pond, I just couldn't do it. So she came back home with me. This is also a really old dress from H&M. Long, actually it's not that long. It's probably like just above my knee. I used to wear it tied up my waist, but doesn't fit quite the same anymore. I love the big oversized fit of things now where it doesn't come in at the waist, just straight up and down. And I intend to wear this with my cowboy boots that are in here somewhere. There they are. Cowboy boots, black dress, long black coat, Bob's your uncle. And then along the same lines, I also grabbed this guy. This is also a thrift find from, I shared this in a thrift haul before we moved to Amsterdam, if you remember. Long, long, long. This comes down to like my knees, so it looks best with a belt around it. But I'm hoping I might just be able to make it work, just kind of sack shaped, but turtleneck, kind of a gray, soft gray, taupey color, long sleeve sweater dress. So yeah, hoping to make that work again with the cowboy boots. That's actually the one I was thinking about when I bought the cowboy boots. Do you guys remember that in a vlog? I was thinking, oh, I wish I had that certain dress in my closet at home in Vancouver to wear with my cowboy boots. This is the one I was talking about. So she's finally here, arrived in Amsterdam. And then this skirt, this is also really old, but I love the color of it. Just barely fits me right now. I was a little bit smaller when I bought this, but hopefully we'll be able to fix that soon. And she'll fit like a dream. This is the thrifted dress you guys saw in my last last thrifting haul video. Kind of that muted blue color, midi length, sheer. Still has the stain in it somewhere. Probably should fix that sooner than later. This is super old. This is probably from one of my first thrift hauls. Made in Canada. Oh, that's cool. Now I have even more that I've just seen the tag on it. Really old Canada, or made in Canada tag. It's just a plain brown fitted, very form-fitted turtleneck. I love this color of brown though. So the brown 70s stuff is all coming back actually, maybe with this skirt. Put those two together. That's an outfit. And this muumuu style dress, again, thrifted. Most of my wardrobe is these days. Huge oversized dress. The reason I bought this, is this one of these things? I believe this one's like a homemade find as well. Yeah, I would say so. The reason I bought this though is because of the print. This print is now everywhere. I was onto something, you guys. Really expensive dresses have this exact print on them, and the reason I bought this was for the print. I was thinking I can either make it into something else, chop it into a top, But I've just kept it really, really long, oversized, and I'm kind of glad I kept it that way because now I'm back into that look again, but it can easily be belted, and it's going to be great for spring. I love, love, love this color. I think that was like a couple bucks. That was at like a true like Salvation Army thrift store. So glad I picked that up, even though I had no idea how I was gonna wear it at the time. It was just a gut feeling it was gonna work. Plain black turtleneck. I was missing this in my wardrobe because we moved to Amsterdam. It was in the dead of summer and about 1,000 degrees, so it was really hard for me to convince myself of packing anything like that. And then this is just a plain V-neck black shirt, just a basic to wear with under things, essentially. My Tom's shoes, those came back with me. These guys I never ended up wearing. Didn't end up needing them, but I'm glad I had them. I brought these guys back with me. These, oh my God, these have been with me for so long as well. Again, probably not even my first thrift video would have been when I first started thrifting way back in the day. I found these guys, but the color of them is amazing. This round toes coming back with a little bit of a wedge heel, blocked out heel like that. Wants to look at my face, not the boots. So yeah, I really like these, especially under jeans with just the brown toe sticking out. The height of the boot isn't my favorite height on me. It's similar to what I was saying with the cowboy boots. They're kind of like a stunted boot. So I've got short, stubby little legs, but they still work. And especially with jeans, love them. So that's one side of the suitcase. The center is all intimate stuff. You don't need to see that. My brown little coat that I picked up in from my last haul. This came home with me. I'm gonna have to find more room for all this stuff. That's the other problem. I have enough hangers, but not enough actual room. My new yellow coat that is actually a child's coat with the fur collar. Love this thing. Basically wearing it as a top rather than a jacket because it is so teeny tiny. My denim skirt came back with me. Jeans I wear all the time. My two white or cream colored and army green colored long sleeve crew neck thermals. Love this one in particular. It's super wrinkly because I didn't end up wearing it while I was at home. I just brought it home for an extra layer because I think most of my stuff at home is V-neck. I was really into the V-neck for a while there, and now I'm more into the crew neck, so those came back home with me. Plaid, kind of oversized H&M pants, gray sweater. This I had paired up with my pink thrifted pants, and I really liked the way that looked. So if I hadn't had that together, I probably wouldn't have thought to grab this guy, but it is super comfortable. Wiggly, floppy, you can basically sleep in this. It's really old, but it's a goodie. My brown pants that I wasn't sure if I should pack, because I wasn't sure I was gonna get much use out of them, which I didn't wear them. So plain white or a black t-shirt that I never ended up wearing, and my white jeans. We flew KLM, so the little morning snack before we landed. Our coffee came with a stroopwafel, which I still haven't eaten. It's been squished inside my little personal bag. I've got a few thrift items, but like I said, I'm going to show you those in another video that I might film later today or tomorrow. And then just my carry-on. Curler came back with me. My ivory hat came back with me. I love this thing. I'm not sure I actually wore it when I was at home, but my plaid scarf, my brown hat. This is all repeat stuff that came back with me, I believe. So I picked up these at Ardene's while I was at home. I'm gonna play around with these. Ardene's always has those 3 for $10 bargain deals, so I ended up getting a bunch of these to play around with. I particularly love these little faux crystal ones. Well, you get the idea. I kind of only like them when they're really stacked up with like 4 or 5 of them all over, rather than the singles. I'm not about to do that right now. My camera, my external, my new favorite mascara that I did get cheaper at home, but it wasn't actually that much cheaper. Just a thrifty person at heart, so I couldn't pay the extra, €5 it was gonna cost me here in Amsterdam. And I brought back a pair of my blue light glasses. Forgot I had these actually. I just randomly found them in a drawer at home and I thought they might come in handy. Oh, I think that's my ASOS package. Hold that thought. Okay. It was one part of my ASOS package. Still waiting on the second package and I'm out of breath. Whew. Spending a week being a lazy lump on the couch, did not do my cardiovascular system service. But like I was saying, glasses, they're really plasticky, cheapy ones from Amazon, but they do the trick. They're kind of just fun to wear. Oh, and my Gucci Soho Disco, this guy, of course, goes with me pretty much everywhere. Okay, I think that is all I've got. I hope that wasn't boring. As always, when I'm doing this, it feels very boring to me, but hopefully something in there was interesting to you. But either way, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, you're probably my #1 fan. Hi, Mom. So yes, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss future videos. There's a new video here every Saturday, except for last Saturday. I haven't missed that schedule for years though, so it's kind of, I wish I just filmed something, just anything. But majority of time, there's always a new video every Saturday. There might be a bonus video coming up this following week. Make sure you follow along on Instagram because I have been over there a little bit while I've been sitting on the couch being a lump for the last little while. Just at Andrea Clare, the first A has 2 A's in it. Give the video a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.